Alright, so we are going to be doing a 60 stamina guide for the Usopp-un raid boss. And this is actually a relatively easy raid boss, and this is going to be a free-to-play team. So pretty much all you're going to want to need to bring is a slasher team, because free-to-play slasher teams are the easiest teams to make if you are early on. And pretty much you can just bring anything to beat him. Let's see, 1568, oh, 1556, so we'll take, actually, you know what, they're close enough, we'll just take the strongest Indhawk we have. You don't really need any max specials for this. You can bring a Golden Town Usopp if you want, but I'm going to be bringing a Mr. 3. It's not even maxed out, and my specials are not maxed out either. So you don't really need much for him at all. But we still will stall where we can. So we will stall here for a couple of turns if possible. And the reason you stall is to get up your specials. I should have not done that. I should have used probably my Zoro. But you still would have died in the end. So I guess it's not that big of a deal. We will leave the that guy to live. And there shouldn't really be any super difficult stages. Stage 4 maybe? I can't quite remember, but I do remember this raid is rather easy. And when you fight Fat Usopp, he will reduce your health by 70% preemptively, and then he won't attack for 13 turns, and you can't kill him for 4 turns unless, I believe you have, like, if you poison him or have a set damage special, such as, we'll take 1 hit because we have a food orb and we are not running the coffin ship. If you have a special such as Sanji's or Enel even, so this guy only hits for 652 every 5 turns, so really there's no, you don't even need to have any maxed out specials at all for him, and we will just keep hitting him and tanking hits until we have some of our specials in case we need them, but I highly doubt we will. Whoops. And you also use this to get some matching orbs, if possible. And the reason we are bringing int characters is because they do more damage to them. But say you don't have a Mr. 3, say if you only have a Mihawk, just pretty much bring your hardest hitting slashers because you don't need anything else at all. As a matter of fact, you can just storm through it if you really want to. And now I will heal back up and kill off the lobster. So now we have a Usopp-un. This is the one that he evolves into. So it auto-targets him, so pretty much you're just going to attack him last because you cannot kill him for 2 turns anyway. But I think he hits you for like a good 750 damage. So you don't really have anything to worry about to begin with. And he has no preempt 320, so there is no concerns. So you can just use this to get orb selection. And there you go. He might preemptively change orbs to all tandem and food orbs though, but we will see. So you don't have to worry about him at all. This will bind your captain for 3 turns. 3 turns. So all you're going to want to do here is they are weak enough to where you can still kill them just fine. We will but what you want to do here is you don't have to, and you can still live it just fine, but let the timing run out on the captain so you can go in with your captains not locked, because then your captain, that sucks. We will just hit him like that. Just give him a couple small hits, and we pretty much have all matching slots, which is cool. So, but we will not have them going into it, but that's not a big deal either, and we do have all of our specials for this. You can just take it out, or you can use your 1000 Sunny if you really want to. Whoops. We don't need matching orbs anyway. So this guy is a relatively high barrier, but once again, he does not hit that hard. And I was gonna try to let stall on this, but there really wasn't a point. But it doesn't hit hard enough for it to matter anyway. all you have to do is to kill Usopp is really just hit your perfects. But even so, you don't need to per se. And there we go. So this is Fat Usopp. He will preemptively do damage to you for 70% of your health. Maybe that's next turn? Did they change him? Did they make him easier? Well, at least he used to be. Well, you can't kill him for 4 turns. He does have a relatively high amount of health, but as you can see, we are still doing some pretty high damage to him. I don't think he does. Yeah, there it is. That's where he does 70% of your health. And now he does. There we go. And all you're going to want to do here is he's not going to be able to die for like 3 turns. So we are just going to do some damage. Maybe we'll wait till this turn. We'll use our Doflamingo to swap some orbs around, because why not? And we will just do a lot of damage this turn. But we won't even need to, so he's down to 1 health, and he can just die next turn. You can kill him off with a special, or you can tap him. It doesn't really matter. You have a delayer if you really need it, just based on your level. And then you have a guaranteed Usopp drop, and you can get any Usopp manual from this raid. But this is probably the easiest raid in the game, and it is meant to be as a joke, or at least I am relatively certain. And it's a nice way to get Usopp manuals if you are in the need of those, which I am in the middle of farming actually. But that's all you really need for this raid is literally any strong team you can bring. You can bring a double Enel. You can bring, if you have a Legend Dofi, bring a Legend Dofi. Heck, you could probably bring a Rebecca team if you really wanted to, but that's not the best idea. You can bring a double Zorro team or a double Trafalgar Law if you have that. Pretty much any hard-hitting captain you have. If you only have Arlong and you're that early in the game, bring a double Arlong, bring a double Zeph, Gear 3 Luffy. I want to bring a double Monster Chopper, but like you could. I just don't like playing with that low of health. If your HP is low, I don't know if you would want to bring Orange Jr. as your captain, but you could bring an Orange Jr. sub with a strength team or a shooter team. If you have AOTG, pretty much any team will work for this, because it is, once again, an easy raid. And the Usopp that you get, I don't believe I messed with mine at all, but we will check the stats of the one that dropped. You will get a level 10 Usopp with 312 attack, 560 HP, 64 recovery, and a 5 combo. Boost side character's HP by 5. It's honestly not that good. It'll boost your attack for 2 turns slightly, but you wouldn't use it, and it's probably just better to use to socket your Usopps. For example, a Golden Pound Usopp, which everybody should run, which mine does not have a max special yet, but we'll work on that slowly. Or you can use it to socket your Impact IO Usopp, because you always want to have one of those. Or you can use it on this to try to level up the special to its max if you really want to use it. But that is all I have for you today, I guess. So it's a pretty easy raid for anybody who plays this game. So I'll see you guys then.